it's SpyderKai. So I ended my Danganronpa stream right before a trial, and so because of this, I'm going to go ahead and go through the trial now, and then hopefully when we pick up next, it will be right after the trial, and I'll just edit this onto the end of my last video. So I wanted to do this like 2 hours ago, but I went to load the game, and it actually did not... Oh, hold on. I hope you guys heard that. It actually did not save my game at all. There's nothing in slot 1, nothing in slot 2. Game just wasn't saved. So I spent the last 2 hours speed rushing, speed playing through the prologue and the beginning of chapter 1. So hopefully after this, it saves. It just fucking saves. Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight to it.
What?
In other words...
What the heck? That's terrible!
Just a second.
Of course.
What the heck?
See, okay, so when I was playing through this on stream, I didn't understand that if they don't get the killer right, they all die. I just figured, oh, it's not right, well, they get to leave, and this poor son of a bitch that you accused to be guilty gets to die anyways. Like, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think that they would all die. That puts a little bit higher stakes in figuring out who's the right one.
Hey.
Hey. What?
Stop talking.
So then...
But...
Alright, so... who did it?
Huh? Don't fuck with me.
Oh!
What the
Huh?
Ah! Eh? What the heck?
Anyway...
What the heck?
Huh? What? Let me up!
What's your...
Soda. So...
Actually...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yo. Hey, damn it. You're fucking dead.
So, anyway... This is... So,
yeah?
Execution electric chair.
Help me!
Switching rooms has been added to the truth bulletproof section. Some kind of fight in my room.
Wait. Huh.
All the rooms completely soundproof, so something could have happened in the room that
Well.
Everything's a struggle. Is there anything else on the markings?
Hey. By the way. You son of a... Shit. You're fucking dead. Yo.
That will get sorted out when the time comes. Where is the garbage can? I can't click anything in the garbage can.
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No.
I'm searching.
Search it?
Every inch
Did
of my
you
room.
lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but it seems to me she's concentrating pretty hard on it. Or they're trying to get the
Yo. What? 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 By the way.
don't understand.
Listen. I see. Hey. So... Indeed. I see. Well?
Interesting. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. Waifu? But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that shot held me up and supported me. Pulled out the medical file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where did they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Kitchen maybe? There is some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? So when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she's already been killed? So it's possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. There I saw. Written in blood with the numbers 11037.
It would seem... Right.
For the number she wrote, what do they mean? 11037.
So...
Do you know what the result is?
Well... Makoto.
I have no idea what you're going to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Honestly, I have no idea.
Makoto. What?
No, the door doesn't open.
Correct. That's right. It would seem... So... Just a second.
We get stuck, right?
Hmm?
That's usually what's trying to
I
get.
see. Goodbye.
Okay, cool. Top of them. Interesting. Interesting. I'm assuming they got it from back here. Because I remember there you go, there's a missing knife. So, says would be open.
Yeah, totally. That's right. Well...
While you're drinking your tea in the dining hall. Hey!
Cause, I mean... Aw.
No, 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 no.
Very strange.
The reason Saya was killed because I suggested we search her and she's dead because of me, then it should have been me that died. No, because the names place were switched. Whoever it was, they were after Sayaka.
Seems like...
Most suspicious.
Hey, you bastard! I mean, seriously?
It has everything to do with it. Everything. I want to look at all of your toolkits right now.
Monokuma, appear! No, you can't go any further! No, you can't go any further! No, you can't go any further! No, you can't go any further!
Interesting. Cleaning duty. he is here.
Listen to me! That's wrong! Ha 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 ha!
Who's also there when you had this conversation? He volunteered right away. So he's
Count on it.
duty.
Got it!
That's the gross guy, isn't it?
Maizono. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them...
Oh shit.
This ultra-successful team, none of them will ever perform on stage for Sayaka. They're simply nowhere. So here's the billion-dollar question. What up?
Makes things this far. Who knows?
Huh? I'm so...
Maybe she doesn't know, or maybe she knows more than she's letting on. Alright, so... Go talk to Himifulu. Evil teddy bear. We're gonna go this way. And I know the crazy writer chick's in there. I have no interest in her. I believe she's... I don't think she would kill anybody, but I think she's sick. If that makes any sense.
Here we...
Very So in other... So that's it.
That must be why.
Hey, listen! Hey, you bastard!
Oh,
You... Is it, like...
there's no way to think about...
You know what I mean. Give me a break. What?
In my party? So, Gross Guy and I headed down to the track room. Whatever, please just hurry up. Gross Guy pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate, and then...
Mr. Naegi, without a doubt.
You fiend, you planned this all along. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. All 7 of Dragon Ball couldn't grant you a sequel. That's not a Dragon Ball. It should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball. Burnt piece of something. It's a frickin', it has blood on it. Which means... burnt shirt piece.
Yes, indeed. Was it
I feel as if...
most suspicious.
How is that possible?
Leon? That's it. I'm sure of it.
Oh boy. This map, I can go this way, and I'm at the gym. Hey, look it, I'm finally learning this stuff.
What the heck?
How did it break?
What?
You left it in the laundry room. I'm starting to think it's the tech girl. A million? That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad. It's true. It is the tech girl. I bet you. I bet you it is.
So, it's time for class. Now then, allow me to please go through the red door.
Okay. Being led into the big red door.
Yo! Listen to me!
But then who is the killer? Let's look around. Who is wearing... It's true. The one who murdered is really one of the goods.
Please board the elevator where all your
Hey. Makoto.
As I raise my voice with the elevator. With each step, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else is already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel blocks descended with heavy clunking sounds through the school's basement.
Oh,
Oblivious our shattered anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Bowels.
Dude, shit.
Well now.
Shit.
Yeah.
Arranged in a giant circle. See everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer attention and unease with anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Yes, I want to save. We'll put it in slot 6. We got it. Trial. All right.
Let's begin with a basic If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will.
And the killer really is one of us.
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot.
Why the hell
Before
there
we
is?
move on and start the trial, what's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship.
okay. But what about that other? There were only 15 of us to begin
So why are
with,
there
so
16
why?
seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. First up is the case summary. Now,
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think that the killer is. Anything I found, anything I know is I have to be ready to speak up about everything because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives here are on the line. Oh wait. Our first trial, let's do it.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yes.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
no, that's wrong.
Great.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged.
A struggle?
Between Sayaka and the killer.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise and she must have been attacked in the main room first. The killer followed her in.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at...
So
Okay, so what's...
Next is the subject of the...
Wow.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Okay, so I have
So the
to...
killer used some random knife.
Oh, okay,
No,
I get
it's
it.
wrong.
I get it.
No. I do think
Huh?
after the murder, we discovered that.
Which means that knife.
Oh, yeah. I guess, and if you look real close, I could...
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife. But where does that get? I mean, we all know Makoto killed.
That's right. Makoto's.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we present.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not
I don't think that's true at all.
You really believe?
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop fate, and that's fun. Okay. Make your argument.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yes.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
It's true.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier? Just to be perfectly clear, the knife,
Yeah.
and at any point while you were there, did you... You don't think?
No, he definitely.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. In other words, there's no...
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on idiot swimmer girl?
Excuse
Oh,
me.
and more importantly,
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Okay.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So, in other words, two people can work.
Then there's no way anyone would work.
but what if they did work together and they.
Good grief! Enough already! No! Oops! Did I?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, so I'm not the...
Okay, so then Hina seems the obvious candidate. No way!
Sure, but
I can.
Ooh.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was.
I hate to have to...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of...
Actually, no.
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos.
I just asked
I
you to
wasn't,
stay
which
over.
means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Come here, John Ball.
Why
Right
didn't
there.
you say so in the first...
Well, because there's
You talking-
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And
What?
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only. And thinking back on it, when she came into the dining hall, as she left, she said she just wanted.
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Interesting.
I'm sure...
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you
What?
see, he did.
No! You're wrong!
so that's how you would.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Thank you, Kyoko.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they didn't until we unravel that little mystery. You
Bewildering.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
I agree.
You know what I'm talking about.
Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. Hair.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So,
Yes. And why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene. If the crime scene is in my...
the reason all the hair was gone was to remove... That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had...
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course. To remove any...
Wait, then that...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based...
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't...
I would like to hear...
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any...
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom.
You're talking about the
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yes.
Huh? But
The doorknob for my bathroom. See how the top part was unscrewed?
Oh yeah, true.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended... This is another most bewildering act for the room's own...
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his... But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it.
You still don't see? Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
Bewildering.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Sure.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls...
Yes, now that...
Then why didn't your bath...
Because it was stuck. Huh? What if my bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right? Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the...
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was... But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So...
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked? Everyone should have known you can't...
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important...
So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, they didn't know it was...
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying...
And yet, he's...
Say what?
Well, to be... What the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had... Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they...
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions...
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or if the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they act...
Regardless, it was a pointless act.
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I...
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who...
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Okay,
But I've been trying
then
to
who
tell
did
you.
do...
I'm sorry, but I...
But what happened?
Well, why don't majority rules?
yeah, our necks are on the...
Does no one have any other thought? Oh, as a matter... Oh, you don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering.
Yes.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear.
Fine. How about this? They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms.
No.
Oh, trying to. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because you're a fucking fat creep. I think it's because they switched rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared. Knowing what she'd been through, I just...
What if her being scared?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to...
I know you don't want to consider it, but...
Yes, that's true. 5 minutes from seeing
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded, and these are the words that...
Oh man! I've told when you write, it can leave an imprint. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique. Oh, and I should also mention...
Huh?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto...
Then either it was Makoto who lived there...
So, Makoto...
No.
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
But why?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pops and say,
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, huh? Would you like to? Very well then. Pay attention.
Make your argument. Okay.
Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes, that's
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that...
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on my inside...
They got...
That's right. The nameplates, as a result, the nameplate on... And the nameplate on Makoto...
So what you're saying is, the rooms...
Then... If someone did do what the note said...
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't...
Right, okay, then...
I'm dumb.
Me and Sayaka were so the only other person besides...
You can also infer as... She specifically tells the reader she would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched. But why would she switch? She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened. That's where the answer lies.
What the hell?
What happened then? Whoever she invited over. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over.
But we still don't know who it is yet.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question?
Yes, I think...
Then...
That reminds me. There was a...
Oh yeah.
What Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. It seems pretty likely that the killer...
How the hell could you possibly know that?
Because there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at right there where her wrist is all swollen. It sure is. You barely have to touch that stuff, and there's some on her wrist.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there!
I see.
Alright, then it's about. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
There you go. I finally got it. Oh my god, they suck at these guys.
Actually, no. I don't think because the sword sheath had been see? There's a gash.
Something sharp.
Stop jumping ahead!
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any. If you were going to attack with the sword.
That's true. With the sheath on.
Okay, so
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe in that situation, there wouldn't be any.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
which means whoever had the
I think I get it! So the culprit came in, found then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka. So she grabbed the sword to defend her, then, after they broke her wrist with the sword?
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka.
What? How the heck?
Because she never held the sword at all.
I got it! You're talking about her palm. The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
How can you know that?
Like I said before, the gold. In fact, if you look, you'll notice it's safe to assume that there's really no way she could have.
Maybe she washed her hands.
Sorry.
Why do you say that?
No.
Because.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, in other words, at nighttime.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually.
Oh my.
You're no different. You.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an
Insult, Bob.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the killer is the only. But hold on. If that's right.
I got it! Sayaka?
But we already said that the.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the.
and the one who attacked.
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she took the knife from the kitchen, then, and if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and
Indeed.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one. Maybe the reason was so that she could pin the crime on you. That
Sayaka wanted to. On me?
Oh, damn.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come, and by committing the murder there, instead of. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched.
But doesn't that plan seem a lit? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation, a totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
She was gonna kill someone and try
She
to
launched
pin it
her
on
attack
us?
with the knife. That must be when her wrist got broken.
The tables were suddenly turned on her.
Just hold on! That can't be true, because.
Hey! You guys, you're being super boring. Wouldn't it be awful if I had.
Oh yeah, we got.
Makoto, right now you just need to. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka.
No. The numbers. There we go.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left.
Wait.
The dying message. She wrote 11037, written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too... Can we really be sure that
I got it! Her left index, that could only be because she used that finger.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight.
Sure. I think we can all agree, Sayaka. What the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a...
Of course. It's
Oh! Yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the... Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connect... Looking at it now, you could also read...
Whoa, you might have finally...
But even if that really is an N...
Rotate the image 100...
Rotate it.
Oh my god. Now...
Huh? You just shot... So, whose name?
Whose name? Come crystal clear. I honestly don't know. 11037. So L? Leo?
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery, if you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N, or more accurate...
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a bunch of random squiggles.
No, it's... She wrote that message on the wall behind that position she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write, and as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like...
That sounds like one hell of... I'm the killer?
You can't... If you're not the killer, then what...
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, and to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim...
But one piece burned up.
And the killer didn't notice. Isn't that right, Leon?
But it's one scrap of fabric.
Yeah, I mean...
That's right. There are plenty of others. With just that one little charred piece,
You're right. That alone isn't...
Are you finally starting to understand?
Yeah.
Reminds me of a Button-Up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of, or something.
God!
In how?
If you look closely at how the shirt...
Oh yeah. That's what you can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate, and obviously you wouldn't be. You need the key to get in, and so the killer had to be whoever was in.
How? I'm so... We're good.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the...
No, that's wrong.
Because he's a baseball star. That's why he was able to
Hold
hit
on.
it through...
I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the...
But if you can't get past the gate...
Yes, you could.
What is it, some kind of glass ball?
Actually, it was supposed to be...
But how...
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator. All they had to do was hit that switch.
Run through that.
Remember what you said before. Hifumi had the key. Was because the killer was able to hit the... Once they got the incinerator going, All they
Hey, come on! What the hell is...
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer left the shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece if the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence...
Wait, no, just...
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at the pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's difficult, absolutely. I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right?
Do you have any idea?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little chance.
I'm not the kill. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong.
You still won't admit it? Makoto, go ahead and review the incident, and with that...
Listen to me!
What that? Say what you want, Leon. But all the... Now here's what happened.
I do, man. Climax.
The killer is... you! I think I'd better take one more look. Last night, the killer, from what we can tell, she attacked them with the knife she took.
Yeah, it was right. Okay.
But then something happened. They grabbed the fake sword I put in... During the struggle, a strike... And that's when she lost her grip, finding herself cornered. The killer went after her. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got... Sayaka knew about that because I told her. So instead, the killer... Instead... But with what strength she had remaining to keep the killer from noticing. And with that, was Sayaka dead? First they took off. Then they took the lint roller in my room. They wanted to make sure they got rid of... Afterwards, they tried to burn the shirt, but the trash room was blocked off by an... So they came up with a plan to use heroes. The killer managed to throw the ball. For any normal person, that'd be... And that's because the the crystal ball, which then quickly roared to...
I'm just getting so into this, guys.
The crystal ball, which then quickly... Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, but there was one... part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire. The killer didn't notice this. Isn't that right?
Damn!
It would appear that hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the lawn. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon,
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theory without evidence. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse.
Well then, I guess this is as good Makoto. I believe...
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stop talking. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
I don't know how I did that, but I did. Oh, I don't like that.
The screws on the bathroom door. I wonder what kind of tool.
I mean... Oh, yeah.
And that must be what he used.
But the toolkit in my room...
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room.
Only the boys got toolkit.
Okay, then...
Stupid!
It had to be their very...
Stupid!
Leon, Would you mind? The screwdriver will show some stupid.
And if you say you used it for something else.
And let me say this, I lost it.
It's stupid.
So, you have.
Then it would seem we.
Okay, we guessed right. I got an A total.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. You all have a lever in front of you. Oh, just make triple sure you vote for someone. Okay, who will be chosen as the blackened? What's it gonna be?
Vote! Fairly so. Though I feel kind of bad because he was attacked first.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
But
You son of a bitch!
I didn't. So that none of you are any different. I was just. Hey, come on!
Was trying to frame me, but even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong after all the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in her. If it was her, the video actually had something to do with me. I can't even imagine. They're probably waiting.
what?
Her friends.
No matter what happens,
Ouch.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Phew.
Passion, say love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger those feelings. Laugh. Stop screwing with us, it's all your fault. And suddenly,
That's enough.
her grip was like iron strong enough. Oh, sure.
Calm down.
Please pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Yes, indeed.
Or receive his punishment.
Punish? You mean? Wait a sec. Yeah, that's it.
is that okay? Do you understand?
So,
Oh,
Can't say.
Huh? I'm being like, hey, Chills, kid!
I'm begging you.
Hey, come on now.
Stop.
Now then, I prepared a...
Damn, that's just dark as fuck.
Extreme! Well?
Damn you!
Say what? Well... Hey,
Shit.
What does this mean?
Hey,
Thrills, chills, kill!
hey,
He was gone. Left us with a nightmare turned reality. Scared of being alone. How strong their voice is dead, but it was in that moment.
just a second.
Can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered in my
Makoto.
ear before we head back. There's something I want to talk to you about. I'm surprised you figured
Listen.
it out. I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You want me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target
It's
like
true.
that. Thinking of me, you can just say something like that. I mean, there's no way that... No, for sure we can't ask her
However-
now. Even if you can't ask her, don't you think her final thought was how she could protect you?
So,
You're allowed to leave her dying message through, but she didn't care what happened to you. She never would have left that message.
certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway.
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure how she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted
Right.
failure.
Correct.
Move past her desk. Choose to hard road. As she said to that, she revealed the smallest
Hey.
smile. Oh well. I'm psychic.
What?
Oh, hey. Only 12 left. Great.